A Chinese Coast Guard vessel has collided with a Chinese Navy destroyer close to the Scarborough Shoal while both attempting to block Philippine ships. The crash took place inside the Philippines' exclusive economic zone as the two Chinese vessels carried out aggressive grey zone manoeuvres against a Philippine Coast Guard ship. According to Manila, Philippine vessels and fishermen encountered hazardous manoeuvres and blocking actions from other vessels in the vicinity. Video of the incident appears to show both Chinese ships trying to ram the Philippine vessel, but in the chaos and what appears to be skilled piloting by the Philippine crew, the two Chinese ships struck each other instead. The damage to the Chinese Coast Guard vessel appears significant. The collision comes at a time when tensions in the South China Sea appear close to tipping point. Recent weeks have seen a surge in Chinese patrols and repeated encroachment into Philippine waters. This incident underscores the dangers of such tactics, which carry a constant risk of sparking a military incident that could rapidly escalate into conflict. The Philippines is a US treaty ally, and President Marcos has repeatedly stated that the death of Philippine personnel would trigger the Mutual Defense Pact. While previous Chinese harassment has generally caused only moderate damage and injuries, this latest collision could easily have led to fatalities, a scenario that would have forced Washington to respond. Beijing has expressed no remorse. Instead, it's claimed that the Philippines was operating in Chinese territory and that its actions were lawful. Chinese state media said, the Chinese Coast Guard, in accordance with the law, took all necessary measures, including tracking, monitoring, blocking, and controlling, to drive the Philippine vessels away. On-site operations were conducted in a professional, standard, and lawful manner. Notably, the statement omitted any mention of the collision between the two Chinese ships. One aspect that stands out is the involvement of a Chinese Navy destroyer, rather than just the white-painted Coast Guard ships typically used for grey zone operations. This marks a clear escalation and suggests Beijing is increasingly willing to deploy overt military power in contested waters. The reasons for the uptick in Chinese activity are not entirely clear. Possible factors include reports of Manila strengthening its defense cooperation with Taiwan and President Marcos' recent statement that the Philippines would not remain neutral in a Taiwan-China war. China may also see an opportunity to increase pressure while Washington's attention is split between the conflicts in Ukraine and in the Middle East. The incident is a stark reminder that in the tense waters of the South China Sea, one miscalculation could set off a chain of events leading to a far larger conflict.